gonna go ahead and budget out the last paycheck that I'm receiving in November, November 30th. I know exactly what I'm getting, so I'll just go ahead and budget it out. I'm gonna go ahead and first fund my pre-tax deductions. This is everything that was taken out before I got my net pay. And I put it on budget just so I could have the numbers available on my reports. I shared how recently on my Google spreadsheet, I actually lost all my data that I'd had for a year and a half. So I used what I had on YNAB plus other videos I filmed to kind of reconstruct some of that data. So I just like having it everywhere. And now I'm left with $1,947.53. I'm going to go ahead and cover this Canva subscription with Ready to Assign. I only signed up for 1 month and I've already canceled it, so I'm going to go ahead and hide that. The next thing I overspent on was gifts and giving, and I'm going to cover that with groceries. And I think that's all. Well, actually, this is a Kindle book that I bought. I'm just going to put that under personal later because I don't want to show all my transactions right now. And I have enough under my personal category, spending, personal to cover it, yes. Okay, with what I have, I'm going to go ahead and go down to December. I'm just going to budget $1085.50. After December, my rent is going to go back up, and I'll explain that in a little bit. The next thing I want to fund is my utilities, electric and gas. And I gotta say, I'm loving it because this is electric, this is gas. I put $25 in every single month, and look how much I have left over for those utilities. Makes me think. Okay, so internet's gonna be $17.99. I'm also going to go ahead and cover food. Let's do that. I'm gonna do 200 in groceries. Usually I don't cover eating out with my first paycheck, but I will this time because my boyfriend's going to come to visit me and I want to have money there. All these subscriptions aren't due, and I gotta say, I'm thinking of keeping my Amazon Prime membership. I signed up for the free trial last year, and I didn't cancel it on time, so I accidentally paid for the whole year, and they got me. I signed up for the Amazon credit card. I spend enough on Amazon to cover the annual fee. I haven't put aside that amount this year, but I think I'm gonna renew it, and so I gotta think about that. Amazon is renewed in December, so I'm gonna be adding one more here. The next thing I want to say, Planet Fitness, and this I went ahead and canceled Planet Fitness, so I'm gonna move this $10 that I have left over to gifts and giving. And this one also to gifts and giving. Oops. And then I'm gonna just hide these. I wasn't using it anyway. I like to go out for walks. It's very low intensity, helpful, free thing to do. So just gonna keep going out for walks for my exercise. And what else? Oh, I'm gonna switch $200 from Seattle, move it to Mexico. I did want to go ahead and travel to Seattle with my boyfriend, but as watching Simple, I think it's Simple Vegan, and she went to Mexico City, and there's so many vegan restaurants that I want to try out in Mexico City, and it's so affordable to travel there that I'm just gonna set aside money for Mexico. We're gonna go to Mexico City first. The next thing, and I'm just gonna hide this, I don't want it to tempt me. Mexico is the goal right now. I'm gonna go ahead and fund 160 for my brokerage. 160 is taken out automatically from my bank account on the first, and then $100 for I bonds also taken out automatically as well. That leaves me with 271.05. So I'm gonna cover transportation next, and that's gonna be gasoline at 200. So then I'm gonna cover 32.25 for my registration, 11.40 for AAA. Car deductible, I went ahead and covered that already. The rest I think I'm just gonna leave here under car insurance. So I'm underfunded by $4,222. How is that possible? I have too many goals, I believe. Oh, family support. That's a big one. Usually I put like 250 here, but I'm not gonna do that this time. All right. Um, so I wanted to show you guys under the just in case category, I do have 1 month's worth of expenses. You guys know I don't have a full-on fledged emergency fund. I have enough cash on hand for my sinking funds and budgeting, all this stuff. I have enough cash on hand for like 3 months worth of expenses, but I wanted to add an extra buffer. I also have about 16,000 in a brokerage account that I could liquidate just in case. Even if that was cut in half because of a downturn, that's another 3 months that I could tap into. And then I also have my I bonds. I put in a little bit every month, so I do have some I bonds available that I contributed to last year that are available to liquidate now. Um, so I have a lot of buffers. I have options, knock on wood. But I still wanted to kind of have this available just to show me what my true expenses in case of an emergency are. So if an emergency hit, of course, housing would be primary, the first thing I would want to have covered, then utilities, and then food and transportation. Another thing I included were some sinking funds that have to do with needs, like transportation sinking funds and housing sinking funds, my rental insurance, because I figured if there was an emergency on any given month where any of these sinking funds are due, car registration is due once a year, AAA is due once a year, car insurance is due every 6 months. Like, let's say my car insurance that's due in July, if the emergency hit in July, I would want to have a buffer in there to cover that sinking fund, to cover that expense, if that makes sense. So I added this. We'll see what we'll see what I do. And actually what I was thinking, since I have extra money under my utilities as a buffer here, I was thinking of putting $25 to cover these categories. So like if I had any extra left over under food or groceries, for example, I could put that there. That's a great idea, actually. So here I'm gonna put, okay, so let's do that. So for SoCal Edison, I'm gonna move $25 to Edison. Wait, what did I name it? Gas and electricity. Okay. So SoCal, I named it a little different because I didn't want to get confused. SoCal Edison, 25 to gas. This one. Wait, that was supposed to go to electricity. And then, so then I shouldn't have funded it. Oh, anyway, it makes sense in my head. 25 to electricity. Yes. Yay, that's covered. The next thing I could kind of look into is any leftover from my groceries for the month of November. I will not be buying groceries for the rest of November. Where's the food? Oh, 11:63. Well, I think I am gonna go get water. I go to the water store and I buy water in those big jugs because I like filtered water. I just don't trust the pipes or the government. I mean, our water's cleaner than most waters in other countries. And it's a miracle that you just open a faucet and you get clean water. But to cook sometimes and then also to drink, I like filtered water. I'm bougie like that. That's how Mexican families do it. So I need to go get water, but it's not going to be more than $5. So I'm just going to move $6 to groceries. Or I think I labeled it food. There we go. And little by little, we're going to be funding those categories, you guys. Eating out. I feel like I should move 929 to food. So I'm going to do 929 to food. I think that's basically all my buffers. I don't have too many buffers. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.